left side, Asier, Trapote on Rhinos against Cristobal, Abril. And Cristobal already made top 8 in the Spanish Nationals yesterday. And as I was told, like Cristobal is a very famous player in Spain. Maybe he has not made a name for himself internationally, but we're about to change that, apparently. So, yeah, top 8 yesterday, now still undefeated 4-0, playing his trusty Grixis Delver. So this is a pretty classic, like, kind of combo-ish deck against Grixis Delver, right, where you try to, like, leverage your soft counter, sometimes even. Curious how that's going to work out. Also, I'm not sure who's winning in the watch game. I haven't properly seen Cristobal's watch yet, but here we go. Land go from Rhinos, as you would expect, right?
Yeah.
And a threat on the first turn. That's always something you want against. It's aggro combo, kind of, right?
Aggro combo.
I mean, that's what elves use.
Yeah. In this matchup, I don't know if Rhinos is the aggro deck. It can be swingy. It can go either way, I think. The Grixis Delver deck usually doesn't have the best tools to deal with 4/4 trample Rhinos. But then there are also like other cards like Endurance, which is kind of like a control card versus Grixis Delver. Delver has a lot of flying creatures, that can easily fly over the Rhinos. So like, it's kind of hard to tell who the beatdown is in this matchup.
I think the one thing that makes it so that Rhinos is the beatdown is just because Murktide exists. And Murktide is basically bigger than anything that deck can produce. And the only, like we see Brazen Borrower in hand, that's one of the ways you can deal with Murktide. And then push through enough damage before the Murktide comes back down again. So that's why I feel like Rhinos is supposed to be the beatdown deck, because in the long run, just the Murktides are going to get out of hand.
Yeah.
But it also heavily depends on which kind of cards these two players draw up. Like sometimes with, you're like priced into being an aggressive deck if you're like Grixis Delver and all you have is like some soft counters but no hard counters. And also no Murktide. Then you have to cruise on the Delvers and the Murktide, the Dragon Rage Chillers. But we'll see. Usually these matchups, they work out as in Rhinos just playing a couple of lands and then doing nothing for like until like turn 3, maybe even turn 5, depending how many Spirit Guides you have. And then trying to resolve a safe Crush of Rhinos, but we'll see how that works.
Yeah, the Crashing Footfalls can also be suspended on turn 1.
Did I say Crush of Rhinos?
I think so,
it's like an 8-mana card from, I believe, Tempest or something.
It's kind of ridiculous that a card actually exists,
Let's actually look that one up.
And yeah, I should definitely make some Rhino tokens.
You still haven't done that?
I haven't done it. Like I started the Rhino token painting for the token a couple of months ago, but then they banned Violent Outburst in Modern, and I kind of switched plans. Oh wow, Crash of Rhinos.
Crash of
Rhinos actually does exist. 8 mana, 8/4 trample.
Yeah.
Cool. From Mirage.
Yeah, it's a real card.
That's a real magic.
That's also how you learn like a bunch of Rhinos. They are called like a Crash.
Oh.
Somebody once asked me that in a trivia question, and I knew that a band of Rhinos was called a Crash. They're like, how do you know? It's like, oh, it's a long story.
Yeah.
Okay, so trading some mana there, getting Wasteland down. We don't really want that. Okay. Very much calm before the storm vibes here.
Yeah. Curious what Cristobal saw on top of the library. If there was a Cascade spell, then it totally, tells you like what type of deck it is. But
the thing is, like,
ideally, you kind of want to like hide that you're a Rhino deck until it happens.
By the way, what is that land that Asier has in play there?
Oh, it's the what's it called? Thundering Falls. It's a surveil land in Is It?
Oh, okay. So you can't really read anything from that. At that point, like I would kind of get Rhinos vibes. I don't know, like having a lot of these surveillance makes me think like something weird, but also like we don't have ruck control in the format. So what could it really be? And then like by process of elimination, you almost arrive at Rhinos.
Yeah.
Maybe that's crazy, but also maybe he saw him on, like maybe they're best friends. They've been hanging out since their childhood. And like ever since Asier was born, he's been doing like the Rhino thing. He's just like 5 Rhinos at home, rides them to
possibly, yeah.
He's like a Rhino trainer at the zoo, right?
Yeah.
At all the Spanish zoos, they call him when they need Rhino assistance. Okay. I thought it was going to be 9 rounds. Chat is asking, so we got 220 players, which roughly could be 9 rounds. Maybe it's actually 10? No.
No, definitely not 10.
It's not going to be 10, right?
Probably 9, maybe 8.
No, 8 would be over 128, something like that. So You're right. Could actually be 8. We might be. We will see. We will see. We will figure it out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Asier is trying to figure out what he wants to do with those Rhinos. Is he ready to release them? Okay, so production says it's 8 rounds. Okay, so we must barely be scratching the 9th round. So it looks like we're only going to have 8 rounds. Okay, so like if you can move on to 6 and you can double draw into the top 8. So these players still 2 match wins away, consecutive match wins away from locking up the top 8.
Yeah.
And it feels like very far away.
Oh wow. Yeah, whoever wins this match has a high chance of getting it into top 8. Like 1 more win, 2 draws. Even if you lose the next one, you know, you can. Yeah, even if you lose the next one, then you can win the next one and maybe draw in 6-1-1.
Also, chat is asking, shouldn't it be like 9 rounds at over 256 players? The thing is, these Swiss rounds, they at some point they don't work by powers of 2 anymore. At least I know that like once you get to high numbers, it's not powers of 2 anymore, but slightly less. So I was figuring maybe it's 9 rounds. But okay, it's 8 rounds. Makes it all much easier, right? 8-round tournament, top 8. Yeah, let's do it.
It's it's max 11 rounds of Legacy you get to play today. Like 2 people are gonna play 11 rounds of Magic.
That's rough. And no buys,
it's a lot. It's a lot of Magic. Like what's your max? Like what's the max amount?
So I once played in the Bazaar of Moxen, and we drove all the way through the night from Munich to Annecy, which was like I don't know 6 hours, and then the next morning we arrived there. And we play a 10-hour tournament on a 10-hour trial on Friday. I go 8-2. I get 17th place. Top 16 gets buys or prizes or something. Then I sleep for a couple of hours. And then I play another 10-round tournament. And,
so much energy.
Yeah. Back when I used to have that kind of energy. Now I do commentary.
Now I do 10-hour commentary, you know.
So we get Brazen Borrower trying to bounce the Dragon Rage Chandler just to get some tempo here, not bleed out too quickly. Like down to 12 life is already like quite low. And Cristobal like he's like I wanna get you dead. Like I know what's going on there by now. I don't want to give you like too much time at this point. Gonna maybe even wasteland you, make my daisies even better if you really want to go for your Rhino stuff. I like it. I like the aggressiveness. And he's got a single daisy. He's also got a ponder and a brainstorm. Okay, he's not using the ponder. You notice? Interesting.
Very patient.
Yeah.
Very patient.
So I guess the idea is you want to brainstorm, then fetch, and then cast ponder for like even better value on the following turn.
So yeah, see Cristobal doesn't even.
Oh, doesn't even like.
You know, try to look for more creatures. It's just a Dragon's Rage channel. This is like the most classic use of Delver decks, right? Just a single creature, the rest is all counter spells, removal.
This is what we used to do, right? Nimble Mongoose, attack 6 times, get there.
Good old classic.
Also interesting, Asier also is sitting on 2 copies of Force. He's got a single Shardless Agent to pitch, and I think 2 copies of Violent Outburst.
Yeah.
Those 2 copies, thus far are basically covered by the 2 daisies in Cristobal's hand, but of course, Asier might draw into more mana at some point. And he's also running out of time. Like, he's got 3 Cascaders.
Yeah.
There's not enough room left in this game to cast 3 Cascaders.
Right. Like, why not test out the waters here, maybe at end of turn. Go for the first Violent Outburst. If that gets dazed, you know, no big deal. On tap and try it again.
Yeah, just by process of elimination, you already put like at least 1 copy of Daze into Cristobal's hand. Like look at this. Cristobal has not cast additional creatures. Cristobal has not cast any cantrips, even though we know he has to. But I would kind of rule out cantrips. At that point, I'm leaving him with like at least a Lightning Bolt, a Daze, and a Force or something like that. Just like, okay, I only guessed 1 of the cards he has, but 1 of them is twice. Okay, yeah, this gets dazed. I mean, the Violent Outburst doesn't get dazed, right? That's a classic Magic Online mistake. Oh yeah, daze the Violent Outburst.
I can't wait. You know, daze your Cascade spell.
Yeah, I don't want your creatures to get +1/+0. That would be too much. Here we go. There it is. Oh, I see. I'm so happy to find it. Okay, let me check all of that. Shuffle them, put them on the bottom of the library.
Yeah. I think saw a mystical dispute already in the main deck.
Yeah, they often do that. Actually, no, you're right. It's usually in the sideboard, right?
Yeah. I think it's a sideboard card, like rather a sideboard card, or like even Endurance main deck. like I'm not completely up to date on the Rhinos decks, but it seemed to me that before they used to run Minsk and Boo at the Cascade spells, maybe a Murktide Regent or two, and then you had like the disputes for Teferi Time Reveler post sideboard.
Is Minsk and Boo still in the main deck?
I don't know.
It felt like it.
I didn't see one.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen one cast. It's kind of funny, right? It used to be like the Planeswalker in Legacy for like a year or so, and then it just went away. Because like we don't do the Planeswalker thing anymore really in Legacy.
Yeah, Planeswalkers are really at an old-time low. I think the Planeswalker we saw the most is Khan the Creator.
Today and yesterday, yeah, for sure. And Tamio when it flipped.
Oh, yeah. Here's a second attempt.
Well, this one is going to be a little harder to stop, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's combined power of 10.
For 3 mana?
Aggressive, very aggressive.
It barely cuts it in Legacy these days.
Angry Rhinos.
Yeah, this one's probably just going to... The thing is it going to kill quick enough? Because Cristobal... Like, there's also a chance that Cristobal finds like a bolt on one of these cantrips, which decreases the clock by 1 turn. So I wonder if Cristobal is going to be like, you know what, you got the Rhinos, I'm going to get you down to 5 now, and then I'm going to find Bolt and kill you on the next attack.
Yeah.
That would be what I would be doing.
Yeah, see, like, Cristobal didn't even fight over the Crashing Footfall. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, he actually did have the Force of Will.
Yeah, he had the Force, but didn't fight over the Rhinos.
Dude, I like that. I like that. He's really saying, I'm going to kill you on the next turn, and you cannot kill me on your next turn. I'm only going to stop what's stopping me. I'm not trying to stop you in the first place. This is like dominance. I like that. Okay, I don't need this, whatever that would have been. Let's find that Bolt. There's a Bolt. There's even a Murktide.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Murktide is actually pretty good, right?
Yeah, but so is Lightning Bolt.
And you have to make a decision because you got a fetch land. Unless you drop Brainstorm into it as well. I think there's a Brainstorm. This is the beauty. Like, this is the beauty of watching like high-level Legacy on Twitch. Cristobal is going to figure it out for us. We don't know whether it's going to be right, but there's a high chance it's going to be right. And if it's going to be wrong, at least we get to learn from it. So let's see. Is the Bolt on top right now? Like, what are you scared of when you put Bolt on top? Like, double endurance because you can only stop 1?
He's probably... okay, because he's going to fetch anyway for the Murktide. Correct?
Well, if he casts it, but like the idea would be if you have Brainstorm in hand, you could put both on top and then Brainstorm and then fetch, and then you have Murktide and Bolt. Whereas if you cast Murktide here, if you just put it on top, then you don't get the Bolt, and you of course don't want that. You could even scry away the land that's on top of there with the Brainstorm. He's just chilling. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, like he has Asier on a 1-turn clock now. He's on 5 life.
Asier has a Force of Will. Actually, he has 2 Force of Wills, but not 2 blue pitch cards. So this could actually be an end of turn Bolt. Asier has to fight over it.
Right.
No, we're still waiting patiently. There's the Murktide. I think first of all you attack, right?
Yeah, let's go with the attack. And now the Bolt is lethal. The question is, like, when does he fire off the Lightning Bolt?
Yeah. Usually you would do it upkeep, but then again, if it really doesn't work, maybe you want to do something different in your main phase. Also, I would kind of put Asier on like hardcast Force of Negation here.
Oh, yeah, good point. Or Mystical Dispute again, you know.
Yeah.
It's a 3 mana leak. Yeah, there's a lot to think about.
Just a while. You got the keys to the kingdom. Just use them in the correct order.
It's all about the timing now. I do like the upkeep quite a bit.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if you do it upkeep, like, the whole idea is that you, like, tie up your opponent's mana, right? And I guess also they can't use Force of Negation on their own upkeep. But if they kill you in the backswing anyway, then tying up the mana isn't that big a deal. Okay, he goes for the upkeep, I would guess.
But, like, pitch Force of Negation is already a...
Oh, there's an end of turn Violent Outburst. Now you feel like maybe... Dude, if this... Oh, there's Minsk and Boo, by the way. So apparently it's still in the deck. 1 Force of Negation has been revealed. I mean, nothing really changed when you think about it. So if you were going to do it upkeep, you still do it upkeep, I guess. Unless you put him on, like, 2 Force of Negations. Yeah, then you still do it upkeep.
Yeah, yeah. So with 3 cards in hand, it's it can't be double force, but maybe Cristobal is playing around like Force Will plus Pitch plus Mystical Dispute for Cristobal's force. It's possible. Okay, so that's the Force Will. Please don't have Mystical Dispute. And there is the force, but
he's
no
got
pitch.
the second force.
Wow,
Doesn't
what
do
a
it.
close game.
Man. Cristobal takes it 1-0. We're going to move into the second game, but that was really close, right? And he had to make that decision, right? Am I going to be the guy who makes the creatures? And you're actually right, like, Grixis went for the beatdown. Grixis, at least in this game, like, actually did the beatdown thing. And, oh, look at this, Rhinos. Oh, cute little Rhinos, bringing in that Magus of the Moon, trying to, like, cheese Grixis out of the game. I guess the idea is that you, if you are playing Grixis, you side out your bolts in this matchup, kinda.
Yeah,
I don't know.
like bolts are not fantastic versus the Rhinos.
Rhinos and endurance, right? It sucks against both.
Yeah, it really does.
And then you think like, if I can't get my Megas down early on and it sticks, it's just GG, pretty much. Liking it. Next level thinking.
Oh yeah, or you know, Asier maybe had too many cards to take out. Like I can imagine like Minsk and Boo not being fantastic in this matchup. Like there are no carpet of flowers or any of that sort of stuff in Asier's deck, right? Because of Cascade mechanic. But
there will be something like end of turn violent outburst into carpet of flowers. Watch out, yo! Get a badass over here.
Yeah, Minsk seems kind of clunky versus Delver.
So on the Delver side, oh, we got a Dismember. Okay, that's a way to take out the Magos. Conveniently also takes out like a Rhino, even though that's not exactly where you want to be. Wasteland. Oh, I don't hate the Wasteland. Like just like upkeep Wasteland as here.
Yeah, Cristobal kept a really reactive hand. So like Pyroblast for I think a Force of Will, couple of lands.
Yeah, he's got another Volcanic Island. He doesn't mind if he gets Wasteland. This must be upkeep, right? Yeah, there we go. And now this is basically, like if you have a Spirit Guide, you can try to do it. But I guess he would have done it end step at that point. I mean, there's nothing you can really do about this. Just happens, right? Do you see anything in his hand that's... Yeah, okay. Let's get rid of that. Draw from the top. Okay, Lorien revealed in case we really need another land. But let's just drop our basic island first. What's the card on the very left? It's a green card. Spirit Guide.
Yeah, I think that's a Spirit Guide.
Ooh, okay.
So he can technically, he can already cast Charlotte's Agent, but there's also no need to rush, I think. If you can...
Lorien revealed right first and then get to like 4 mana next turn and have Force of Will up.
I think the blue card next to it is a Dispute, maybe?
Okay.
Dispute also excellent at countering Murktide regions.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
You see, like you see that sometimes in Modern. Or like you used to see it in Modern, like more often in Murktide mirrors.
Okay, Cristobal would like die for like a turn 1 Delver or something here, right? To just like put on some kind of pressure. Meanwhile, Asier is fine, just like sitting back, getting his land. It's going to be Volcanic Island, sure, gives you access to most of the cards in your deck. I guess you're still missing green, but that's what the Spirit Guide comes in. Do you think the Rhino stack is a good start into Legacy?
I think it is. I think we talked about this deck on the podcast once. It's one of the cheaper decks in Legacy.
It is, right?
Like you don't need to run many dual lands in this deck.
And also, if you get Force of Worlds, those are like the base for like half the format.
Yeah.
It's not like when you like. I feel like there are decks like Dragon Stompy or Cradle Control. If you get into those, it's kind of hard to build into another deck from there in Legacy most of the time. But for this one, this has like all the good stuff. Oh, straight up Blood Moon. Like we're not even toying around with any kind of like Magos of the Moon or something. Like no, Blood Moon in your face.
Wow. Yeah. This is interesting.
I mean, it's somewhat awkward for for Asier because Cristobal can just fetch a basic land.
He can. Maybe Asier wants the moon to get countered. He just wants to get a force out of Cristobal's hand.
No,
And
it's just like it feels bad to counter this because you don't really care all that much about it, do you?
oh wow.
Oh, they fight over this hard. Hui, this is the whoa, biggest stack of the tournament has whoa. Biggest stack of the tournament. You got like 5 cards. We got 6 spells. Somebody take a screenshot, post it on Twitter. First place gets all my love. Is that something people want?
No, I don't know. Maybe I want it.
Okay, so we end up with Blood Moon actually in play. No,
No, you
oh,
got
okay,
counter.
okay,
Yeah,
there
it was
was another one.
You know, like some folks call Mystical Dispute the blue Pyroblast. How do you think about that?
Yeah, yeah. It actually is a little bit more of an upside, right? I guess you can't destroy permanents, but on the other hand, you can still use it for 3 mana, even against like non-blue stuff. So, yeah. I mean, we all know that Veil of Summer is the green cryptic command for 1 mana. That's the real card.
All right, so we got
Another wasteland.
most counters out of the hands.
Yeah, all the counters exchanged. Now we're gonna cut you off from red mana once more.
See, like, yeah, this would have been like the perfect turn for a Murktide Regent.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, what happened to that Childless Agent? Oh, that was pitched because we really wanted to get that thing through.
It was a really aggressive use of Shardless Agent. Like, I understand there was no green producing mana, and also like no Spirit Guide anymore, so the Shardless Agent kind of looked a little foolish.
Okay, both players just like sitting on some lands. Asier still holding on to the Forcible and that Magus of the Moon. Magus unfortunately not be able to be cast. But if he ever gets to cast Magus, it's kind of cool, right? He's got all the colors he wants. Oh, there's another Blood Moon on top. Yeah, that goes to the graveyard. I also like how there's like the Dark Blood Moon, then there's like 9th edition.
Yeah.
Or 10th or whatever it is.
Yeah, dude. Like, no shits were given.
Yeah.
Like
I just need the cards.
Yeah, dude. If you lose to Blood Moon, it's even better if it's like all mismatched, you know.
Oh, there's a Submerge on Cristobal's hand. Okay, okay.
Yeah, good answer for a Rhino.
Is it though?
Like for 0 mana.
Like you lose half a card basically.
Yeah.
I don't feel too good about it. Okay, so Crushing Footballs has been suspended. On the other side of the board, we got a Delver. Flips immediately off another Force of Will. So do we have the blue pitch cards? No, we don't have a blue pitch card, but we are pretty close to hard casting Force of Will. So in a way, we have that Crashing Footfalls covered.
Yeah.
So I don't feel too bad if I'm Cristobal right now.
Yeah. Turn 5, and this is the first creature on the field.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Another Force. Okay, at least now the Crashing Footballs is gonna resolve as of now. What's that? Oh, it's a Bobble. Bobble plus Fetch Land, always a great combination. Or maybe we even Bobble Asier, but I don't think so. Probably gonna Bobble us. Yeah, what's that? Only Cristobal knows. Still, oh, it must be a tough one. What is he thinking about here?
Like also, like, what does Cristobal need?
Oh,
because he has the Force of Will.
I want Murktide here.
To shorten the clock, maybe.
Yeah, also like just to have something that's bigger than the Rhinos, so the Rhinos can basically never attack.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But basically, I want a stone wall. So he's got like a random assortment of cards. Okay, he kept it on top, I believe. Curious
yeah, I'm really curious what that card is.
Oh, it's a Pyroblast.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. I can see how like medium to very good this card can be.
I think the only reason you keep the Pyroblast is because you have a Force of Will. But of course, yeah, he already knew about the Wasteland, and the Wasteland is a problem in the sense that if you want to Force of Will and Pyroblast, you need 6 mana, and right now you're down to 4. But let's see how that goes. He might also pick up another blue pitch card, in which case the Pyroblast becomes live again because the Force is live. Actually, okay, I totally forgot that you can also just like pick the pitch the Submerge to Force. So yeah, the combo of Force, protect the Force with Pyroblast is still real. So we got that.
Yeah, we saw it earlier too. Yeah.
I think both players like might empty out their hands once again as soon as Crashing Footballs becomes unsuspended.
So here's Magus.
By the way, is this really Grixis Delver? We don't see any... have you seen Underground
Yeah,
Sea?
yeah, there were a couple of Underground Seas.
Okay, okay.
But so far it's been blue-red, mainly.
Maybe Cristobal is like, you know what, post-board in this matchup, I don't need black. Like, Bowmasters doesn't really excite me. And what else would there be for black? Not too much.
I mean, the front, yeah, Psychic Rock.
Oh, yeah, great. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay, another 3 points. Yeah, Cristobal probably not too annoyed by this Magus of the Moon. Like, he already has his Delver, he has an active counter, and he can even cast the Pyroblast. Like, so basically his whole hand is still castable. Every single spell is castable in his hand. Except, I guess you can't pitch the Submerge anymore because you don't have an island in play.
Oh, yeah, true. Like, the opponent has a forest, but you don't have an island. Oh, that's one of the rare conditions that's not met. Like, people always know about the forest.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you sometimes forget about, oh, I need to have an island as well. Like, okay, there goes that.
Just thinking,
Hashtag awkward. But, I mean, right now the Delver's just winning. Like, the Rhinos... actually, the Rhinos would be fast enough, right? But now we pick up another creature. It's probably going to get Delirium right away. Yeah, take you down to 5. Put a potential game-winning card into play. And now, even if you get Rhinos, you just fly across. And Asier needs to rip something, I would think. Unless he picked up another protection spell last turn. Oh, we see 2 forces. What's the last one?
so I think he got like Force. Is this Boseiju?
Oh, that wouldn't help him.
Maybe?
Yeah, he has to fight over this because he knows that's going to kill him. And
Yeah, look like... Yeah. This
just like Pyroblast it. Come on, do it. I see already like removing the Force of Worlds, like, no, not so quick. I might actually have something to say about that. Yeah, Pyroblast. And that pretty much sees it. Like, I was going to say, what if he... I guess he can draw Endurance, right? Endurance gets countered, though. Yeah, you just let the Rhinos yourself. You don't care about the Rhinos.
Yeah, also there's no double green for Endurance.
I think there is. Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah,
the Magus of the Moon. Yeah. Yeah, so he's drawing dead, actually.
Yeah.
He picks up a Charlotte's Agent. Yeah, get more Rhinos.
Oh, wow. That is so unfortunate for Asier. Yeah.
Okay, sure. You get more Rhinos, but that's it. Looks like Cristobal takes the game 200, moves on to 5 now. Dude, it would be so sick if he top-8'd both of those events. He would like tier through the Swiss and the Special Nationals, then Legacy main event 220 players.
yeah.
I don't care. It's just going to be a clean cut.
What a strong showing.
And also showing that Grixis Delver can still hang. I feel like we always talk about blue-black scam. Grixis Delver is like a... Is this like this close second? No, I think Eldrazi is like the second big boogeyman in the format right now.
I think so. I think people start to take that Eldrazi deck more seriously.
And of course, in Spain, Mystic Forge.
Greater than all.
Yeah, great. Somebody's gonna make a rap song about Mystic Forge, right?
Oh wow.
GG, Asier fought hard, but couldn't overcome the flying creatures.